Hi witches, so I am officially back from my Salem trip. I hope to have a video for you guys soon, but it was really awesome. If you followed me on Instagram, you might have seen some behind the scenes stuff. Patrons, I will be updating very, very soon. I'm just kind of catching up from like being away from like everything for 4 days and like doing so much stuff. So be sure to keep an eye on Patreon. If you are not part of my Patreon, definitely check it out. There's gonna be a ton of new content coming out this week and I am very excited. So just stay tuned for that. And I'll be doing a whole video on Salem a little bit later this week. I think on Saturdays when the video actually comes out. So there's that. But the reason I kind of mentioning that is when I was there, got a new tarot deck, and I want to show you something really cool because this card, and what this whole video is all about, is about the card of Strength, which is the 9th card in the tarot. Eighth card. Sorry, I'm so sorry about that. It is the 8th card in the tarot. I'm bad at reading Roman numerals, but here we are. So I just wanted to show you that there can be differences between decks in terms of the order of the major arcana. So for example, in my Scabini tarot deck, which we've been referencing for the last couple of videos, the 8th card in my deck is actually Justice. So you see a lady sitting like this. Now, regularly, I want to say like regularly, but with the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the 8th card is actually Strength. So these two are, and this is my new deck. I got the illuminated, like gilded tarot deck. It's called Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck, and it has like gold on it, and I really like it. So, I'll be actually talking about this card because again, that follows the Rider-Waite tarot, and I want to be as as rigid to that as I can in case anyone is a beginner and is starting with the Rider-Waite deck. It is the kind of like standard, like the gold standard, but you know, to each their own. So today we are talking all about the Strength card. So I'll hold this up if you guys can see it, hopefully. In the Strength tarot card, we see a woman petting a lion or taming a lion with her gentle yet direct manner. So usually it's just like a lady kind of like putting her hand down like on a lion and just being like, no. Because the lion is a symbol of power and passion, the act of taming the beast indicates the power of will in subduing chaos. So I hope that kind of is indicated in this card for you guys as well. So it's not really like a struggle for her to subdue this lion, to subdue chaos. It is just purely strength that you have. In reading this card upright points to, of course, strength, courage, compassion, and an influential person in your life. Reverse, this card can kind of point to more like crippling self-doubt, which is, hello, chaotic emotions, and a tendency for maybe perhaps turning your strength internally and just like doing what you gotta do to get through the day, versus outward displays of strength and courage in your daily life, which is totally cool. So like in that card, when I see the Strength card, when I see this, I generally see that as a call to stand up for myself or to speak up about something or to just like assert myself or assert a boundary. Now, when I see it reversed, that's usually an indicator that I am like engaging in negative self-talk that I don't need to be, or that perhaps like it's a validation of like, it is okay for me to be feeling a certain way. You know, it's okay that the only thing I could do today was get out of bed and like put on a clean t-shirt. Like that is cool, and it totally takes strength to do that, legitimately. So right now I kind of like definitely need to draw on some of that inner strength and just kind of like push down and subdue the chaos in my life because life is chaotic as always, and I overschedule myself all the time. But I've just been kind of like an absolute like emotional wreck for the last while, and it's exhausting, but like the woman or the person in the card, I'm slowly taming that. I think that by channeling the energy of this figure, I'll be able to come into my own a little bit and just be more myself, more authentically. I do tend to fly off the handle sometimes, but like that control over my emotions is definitely something I'm working on, especially for this moon cycle. The new moon was on Sunday. If you guys missed it, don't worry, it will come back in about a month. But you know, the full moon is now coming up, and I am back into doing more of the sort of like active work, right? Instead of the resting. Like I rested, I fulfilled something, and now it's time for me to get back to work. So yes, the Strength card is actually, it's just really beautiful. Again, I'm gonna keep holding this up because this deck is super duper cool. But I really do, I I need to channel this card a lot more in my life. I think it's time for me to kind of, you know, step up and own my space and own my power. So I'm going to be doing that. And it's something that actually has been coming up in a lot of readings for me. So it's kind of just like the universe being like, please pull yourself together. Like, thank you. Or at least that's the vibe I'm getting. So I will do a full unboxing of this tarot set in my Salem video, and I have another deck on the way. So I'll have 3 tarot decks by the end of this year, which is crazy, going from like 1 to 3. Wild. But you know what? It is the time for me to do it. It is the year of the witch, and that is what I'm going to do. So, you know, you might see, if you are a patron, you might see this deck in a upcoming reading, perhaps for September. Though these are kind of my go-to. Like, I love this deck so much. It just feels right in my hands. But anyways, if you are interested in that, if you're interested in getting tarot readings from yours truly, please be sure to check out my Patreon. And again, there will be lots of extra content, and I'm coming up with a schedule to post more regularly, so I will be announcing that this weekend as well. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys tomorrow.